Off we go again. I never made this submission before, but just last year I was in a completely different situation. My situation was almost, in my opinion, maybe not in a lot of other people's opinion, but my situation, in my opinion, was kind of untenable. Now, before I start telling you about, my challenges, my issues, let me make something abundantly clear. The scale of my problems probably pale in comparison to other people's problems. I don't have, major issues in comparison to other folks. So when I'm telling you these things, I'm not trying to be, bougie or trying to, ask someone to feel sorry for me. But, the issue for me is that Ricky Keys was in a very tumultuous state. And that was probably all in my mind. It wasn't anything that I was actually physically, literally experiencing, but it was really just all in my mind. And most of the time that's where we are. It's in our mind. It's not in our actual physical situation. I want to make sure that everyone is clear on this fact. I don't want anyone to feel sorry for me, but last year I worked my fingers to the bone. I actually put in so many miles on Southwest Airlines that I was able to get a companion flight. So anywhere that I go, any one of my companions, any person that I name, they could fly with me for free. You just saw recently that my wife and I went to Belize and we had a magical time. But the challenge for me is I worked my fingers to the bone last year. I did everything that I could to make sure that my clients were taken care of. Now, as a matter of fact, the overwhelming majority of my clients were very satisfied with my work. They were able to generate tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars of additional revenue per month as a result of my efforts. Well, and I'm not going to say my efforts alone, but the combination of my efforts and some of my other colleagues. But I played a significant role. I've always had this mindset that I was going to let my work speak for me. I didn't want to ingratiate myself with my clients, but what I wanted to do was I wanted to develop a product and provide a service and let my work speak for me. Even though that's the way I feel, that's not how everyone else feels. Some people have a predilection toward trying to work with and deal with people who are their favorites or who they like. And what's crazy is I kind of had to deal with this all my life. I played basketball in high school, and I felt that I was one of the better players on the team. Even some of my players or fellow players, they felt the same way. But what happened was, it wasn't that I was given the opportunities, but the players who were more popular with the coaches given the opportunity. And candidly, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what people think about me. My feeling then and my feeling now is if I'm doing the job, if I could do the work, if I'm performing at a high level, don't care about how you feel about me. Just care about the work. So I digress. What I learned last year was that it doesn't matter whether you have skills or not. It also matters in this economy whether someone likes you. And I don't think that's an appropriate way to go about business. What's important is that you have the skills and abilities, that you develop the skills and abilities to actually make your life the reality that you want it to be. So the specialized skill that I felt that I needed to learn was marketing. I'm here in Las Vegas, obviously, because I have a series of meetings, but the other reason is because I just love Las Vegas and the marketing concepts and precepts that they preach. Anywhere you go, wherever you go, they are promoting something. It doesn't matter whether it's McDonald's or CVS or Walgreens, or if it's the Blue Men or any other kind of thing. Anywhere you go in Vegas, they are marketing. So let me sum this up. The fact of the matter is Las Vegas is the capital for marketing. It is one of the best places in the world to come if you want to learn about marketing. They are just unrelenting in their approach to marketing. So what I've realized is that, number one, if you want to make sure that you're not disrupted and that you don't experience what I experienced at the end of last year, where I was concerned about my job, I was concerned about my livelihood, you need to learn and develop a specialized skill. And the skill that I'm talking about is learning, just as I'm learning here in Vegas, learning how to market, knowing what you can do and how you can do it to generate leads, and then ultimately turn those leads into sales, and then ultimately turn those sales into profits. I believe that the most effective way to do that is online marketing. I believe that having all these billboards and signs and people handing out cards and all those things are very, very important, and I believe that they're effective. I believe Vegas would not be here, and the NFL wouldn't have relocated a team here in Vegas were it not for their ability to market. But I also believe that the most effective way to market is to identify. I mean, Facebook is under pressure right now because they did something with Cambridge Analytica. But the fact of the matter is they know how to target per person based on that person's interest, based on that person's demographics. That is huge. If you learn how to use that system to provide a compelling message to the right person at the right time, you will succeed. So don't ever let anyone put their thumb on you and say that you have to do what they want you to do. You need to develop a system that will allow you to generate revenue and profits, regardless of whether someone likes you or not.